Hey guys, what's up? So I got this message on the Facebook page from Peter in Slovakia, and he's asking a hearts versus mind question. So I'll throw this in the ask me anything category. But he goes on to say basically, I've worked my entire life since I was 14. I'm 24 right now, soon to be 25, and ever since I can remember, I've wanted to be a racing car driver or at least own a sports or an exotic car. Um, Basically goes on to say he has no debt, lives with his parents, is looking for an E92, E90 M3 because he knows it would make him really happy. Just a note on that, dude. Usually I find that it's the journey to the reward that is where the real happiness is. When you have the reward, like when you actually go and buy the car or the toy or the house or everything, pretty much everything that I've actually gone and pulled the trigger on and I've received it, it's not as exciting as you think it would be, with the exception of cars for whatever reason. Because at least cars, when you get into them, you have a sensual, oral, symphonic experience of like ripping through the gears and going around a corner and having all those fun moments. So for many things in life, it's really the chase of the journey up to getting it, and less so much what happens when you get it. But I found cars personally for myself can and will make me happy. So I get what you're saying. Like you're talking about heart versus mind. You're asking me because you don't want to listen to your family because they're basically telling you what to do with your money and to be a little more responsible with it. You're talking about 50,000 euros is what you've saved up, and the car costs somewhere around 35,000 euros. He goes on to say, like I've never been into parties and blowing money and doing what everybody else does. And he's talking about starting up a business. It sounds like he's a bit of an entrepreneur in uh, hiding, like he's thinking about it. So he says, well, what would you do? Well, it doesn't really matter what I would do, to be honest with you, Peter, because I'm not you, and it's your money, it's your life, and you're an adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. That being said, I have learned personally for myself to listen more to my intuition. I made a video about this earlier this year, talking about the three things that I learned last year, and one of the things that I'm trying to do more of is listen to more what happens below the neck, okay, and the heart and the stomach, the gut. Like all this area here is all intuition. Apply a little bit of brain power to it in the final decision making. Excuse me, guys, got a bit of a cold. But follow what happens below the neck and listen to your intuition for the most part. If buying an M3 is what you want and will make you happy, hey, there's nothing wrong with it, man. I can totally relate to it. When I was a kid, I remember sitting at the bus stop waiting to get the bus to go to work, and I would see my favorite car drive by, and I always thought to myself, one day I'm going to buy that car. I was about 16, 15, 16 years old, and I did. So when I was about 23, 24, I basically bought my dream car. Maybe this M3 is your dream car, and you have the cash to buy it, and you have the ability to service it and pay for it, and it makes you happy and you're not, dumb with money and go out and blow it on clubbing and bottle service and women and shit like that. So that's entirely up to you. I mean, listen to what your gut says. If getting the car makes you happy, then do it. If applying some of the brain power, and I exchange a quick message with you back on this, means maybe being a little more frugal and not buying an M3 and throwing it into something like a 135 M Sport, you get 7/10 of the car for about half the money. So it really depends on what you want to do is the short answer. It's your money, it's your life. I wouldn't rely on asking other people what to do to make decisions like this for you. What's below the neck is going to tell you exactly what you want to do. Follow that, throw a little bit of brain power to it, and make the right choice. And if you're looking to start a business at 24, going into 25, my friend, now is the time to do it because 9 out of 10 of them will fail. You'll probably lose that money. There's probably a good chance that you're going to lose that money. So early on in life is a place and time to do it, to get your feet wet. Hopefully the first one works for you. Maybe it doesn't, but do it now. So that's kind of the second part to it that I wanted to touch on, even though you didn't really ask me, what to do with the business, but definitely do that now. I would prioritize that over pretty much anything else, and applying what I know now today as a 42-year-old. Hope that helps, Peter. Have yourself an awesome day. Peace.